Well, I didn't know much about rainforests beyond the sort of usual background noise that we all hear, that there's, they're in danger, and statistics are thrown at us about how many hectares or acres of them are being felled every hour, and it is very alarming. But like a lot of people, I suppose I have a terrible lack of imagination, and it's only recently that I've spent much time in a rainforest. Now, I don't think you have to have spent time in a rainforest to know really how bad the situation is, but I was making a program and I flew over Brazil and landed right in the middle of Amazonia, Manaus, which is the town in the centre of Amazonia, and spent 3 weeks out on the rivers of the Amazon basin, and saw both the beauty and spectacular diversity and astonishing richness of the Amazon and its forest, and I saw the horrifying sight of the just red bare earth where it had been torn away. I think one of the things people don't realise about the rainforest is that the soil in a rainforest is very, very poor. It's all used to create this astounding, what are called the lungs of the world for good reason, this astounding ecosystem which contains more variety, the Amazonian rainforest alone, than any other single ecosystem on Earth. A huge percentage of all the life on this planet comes from there, and it's in the trees, and it's in the plants, and it's in the animals. It doesn't rest in the soil like in England. You take a bunch of, a handful of soil, and it seems rich and loamy and gorgeous. At the moment you pull the trees down in a system as rich as the rainforest, you've got nothing but this awful red, wet, damp nothingness that can sustain very, very little. So yes, it was reinforced for me, but the message continues, and unfortunately one needs to hammer at this door. Although people may say, but surely didn't we have all this fuss about the rainforest some years ago, and isn't it all over now? Well, no, and it gets worse and worse. Science speaks with one voice about the threat to our ecosystem, the threat to our climate, the threat to our population, the threat to the biodiversity of the planet that we've inherited. We know better now, and it behoves us to do something about it. And all these things come down to what I as an individual, what you as an individual, can do. And one of the things you can do is clearly try and understand as much as possible, to know as much as possible about our world, and to make choices in the things we buy and the things we do, the way we use materials and goods and energy, and try and be responsible. It may not seem that one person can change it, but as we know, a lot of people can. It's a plant. It's chocolate. I can't deny it. I went into the Peruvian rainforest many years ago, and I saw a cocoa pod, and a bean inside it, and I couldn't really believe that I'd seen anything so wonderful. But that's an example of how some funny little plant can change the world. I have to say, frogs are delicious and gorgeous animals, but mostly from a distance. I did once have one jump on my face, and when you're not expecting it, I'm afraid one does make noises like that for an animal that could never really harm one. Though there are poisonous ones, of course. There's not been any doubt about that. Frogs can don't lick a strange frog, tempting as it is. You never know. Of course, the phoenix family, there was river phoenix and leaf phoenix. I think there was a rain phoenix. And now rain is quite a good name because I think it's an anagram of rane, which is the plural of Latin for frog. I mean, if you sort of mean, so it's frogs. But that's a really weird way of looking at it. But rain would be quite a nice name for a frog. I don't know. It's a thought.